There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny. Juan Manuel Marquez, fighting out of Mexico City, a world champion in King.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Usually you don't need a weather report. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. That left hook missed. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happily.
They exchange punches. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Marquez in that one. And there's the bell for round 2. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Are we about to see Ryan Garcia go to the... They are going to surrender. No mas. Well, the corner has thrown in the tap.
Yeah, look at that. All the belts, mighty. In the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, no what ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, no what ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Ding ding, step in the ring, I swing left, right, man said get ping. Portrait ting, no what ping, we bring man right, somebody shots fling. Uppercut, fling, right up, fling. Portrait ting, send man over the ropes. Man try come for the belt, but I punched you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros are stood on the sideline, head in the hands.
Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falcor Bay. Next to me, of course, is... Juan Francisco Estrada, one of the best fighters Mexico's ever produced. A two-weight world champion making his way to the ring. And he'll be facing Roman Gonzalez. From Nicaragua, he surpassed his...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Puerto Peñasco in Mexico, here is the two-division world champion, Juan Francisco El Gallo Estrada. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Managua, Nicaragua, here is a legendary 4-division champion of the world, introducing Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
You've got the fresh air, you've got the breeze, you've got the fans baying for your blood, wanting to see you win or lose.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. The courage on display here is incredible. The jab doesn't quite connect. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter shot lands. Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire today. They're on fire in the ring.
And they figure out the combination to this sink.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Well done with that counter shot. Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. These two fighters are made for one another. Did you see that? El Gallo is hurt. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept that.
And there's the bell for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. This is that uppercut. Tried to score with a jab. This fighter has that swarmer Hammer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
You've got to swarm on your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when you come in until the referee makes you break up. But keep your hands high, because they will keep punching till that referee said stop.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it. Switch on.
Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Can't score with that jab. Nice counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Catch and shoot. Block that jab. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
So much firepower here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
On to the 4th we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He got out of the way of that right hook. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Good counter punching. Beautiful counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Doing this with the jab. That counter punch caught him clean. The perfect counter lands. That big hook doesn't land. exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's bombs away. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Power, that power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice counter. This is a high-octane battle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
There's the bell for round 6. Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how competent you are as a fighter.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Swing and a miss with that jab. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Threw a punch and just got countered. Jab not finding its target. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they...
And there's the bell for round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
hard. My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Back and forth they go. They exchange punches. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Beautiful counter punch. Can't land that jab. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. And that will do it. What a victory. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do. Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again.